Hey, Mark, with our Museum of Us. At some point, I'm going to try to ask you to subscribe to this channel. And so it's a YouTube thing, but do me a favor and consider subscribing, and we'll go into that later. Our Park of Us, the chapter is really about thinking about the quality of our things. There are some things that are so obviously inherently valuable and heirloom and things we just cherish for the rest of our lives. And there's other stuff that's just sort of stuff. It's not anything we need to keep or care to keep or probably should keep. But the point of this chapter is to think about the quality of what you have and try to differentiate it. And here's how I differentiate it. If you were to create a national park of your stuff, what I call our Park of Us, what would stay in the park and what would you move over to the next state over? Just kidding. What would you keep and what would you discard? What are the things that are so quality from a family value standpoint that you would just want to keep it, curate it, hold on to it? So I make the small point that there are things that we have that we get at big stores, I won't say any names and not get in trouble, that are really, really practical, really useful, but they're not things that would go into the Our Park of Us. These are things that we use every day, that we enjoy, need, and value, sort of. But is this the kind of stuff that you would put in your Park of Us? So what I want to make the point, though, is there are stuff, though, that you just would never, ever let go of. And so I've got two of those. One is, this was the style back when I was a kid, but our father was very, very good at sewing and made each of us a little hat, a button hat. You can see how cute and compelling it is. This is in our Park of Us because of what it represents of something that our dad made for all of us when we were children. And we've got this cute photo of us when we were out camping and all of us had our little bean hats on. I know there's more of a story about it. And one of my plans is to talk to Dad again and say, what was the story behind it? And then talk with my siblings about it. So this is our Park of Us, right? The other one is one that I did this past year with Aunt Robbie. Long story, I'll just keep it short here. The point that I would want to make, in case I get too long-winded, is that when you make things and you make them together, that's what I consider our Park of Us. That's us creating our own national park. So a long time ago, Papa, who you've seen pictures of, planted a tree in front of his daughter, Robbie, Aunt Robbie, in front of her yard. And she did that back in the 40s. Well, long story short, 2 years ago, that tree was hit by lightning and basically was compromised to the point where it had to be taken down. Aunt Robbie, bless her heart, could not imagine this ginormous loblolly pine tree in her front yard being taken down, but she realized it was a safety concern, so she hired a guy and came and take it down. Heartbroken. What do you do? And she just felt like she had lost something so fundamental to her life, something that had been in her life for 75 years. She was 91, 92 at the time. That I got to thinking, it's not a complete loss. Is there something that we could do with the tree and the pine cones and the things like that? So she and I worked together to create Christmas ornaments last year. And so what I did, show it to you. We took a branch from the tree, and I had a friend with a table saw cut it up for me and make a little Christmas tree ornament. And so that is a piece of wood from a tree that Papa planted 75 years ago. And I don't know if you can see this, but so let me just read it. It's like, when is the best time to plant a tree? This wonderful philosophical question. And typically the answer is yesterday or 20 years ago. But in this case, it was 75 years ago when Papa planted the tree. And so we went from Aunt Robbie feeling bummed, sad, distressed that she had lost her tree, to creating a Christmas tree ornament that we sent out to all of her family, all of our family, last Christmas. And I'm bragging just a little bit, and then I also had a little sticker saying, Happy Christmas from Aunt Robbie, and she signed them. Just to make this point, we did this together. And again, not so much to brag, just to make the point, we created something together, just like her brother, my dad, made that hat for us. And so I would like to suggest that in the context of our Museum of Us, there are things that are national park quality, what I like to call our park of us, and there are things that we've created together that have almost no monetary value, but have very sky-high intrinsic value. And that's what I would coach you to do, is look at the quality of your stuff, curate the good stuff, and be sure to tell that story, so that what you leave behind is either the thing and or the digital story of the thing. But that's really the goal in my mind, is create cool stuff that we make together. Good luck with that. Happy camping.